Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Nodreen K. I cover a range of topics, but today I'm just going to be doing a really chilled out chit chat, get ready with me, and talking all about how to build self-confidence. Yeah. If you like the sound of that and you want to see how I achieve this makeup and hair look as well, then please keep watching. Okay, so let's talk how to build your self-confidence. I am going to be doing my makeup while I chat to you guys today. Is this wet enough? Yeah, that'll do. And yeah, just make this a really chatty get ready with me. And also show you some new products that I've been using. So self-confidence. I think arguably something that we all struggle with, particularly, I won't say particularly women, but I think a lot of people struggle with confidence, but I think women are known to be hypercritical of themselves, me not excluded from that. And I think that it's a constantly moving target, because just when you think you have, you know, reached like a really good level of self-assurance, something comes and kind of could knock you off your pedestal a bit. So I feel like it's not something. I think that there are confident people out there. By the way, this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm just using this to carve out my brows. I think that there are people who are like very, very self-confident, but we all have our moments where we, you know, let the self-doubt creep in, and you know, we let that inner voice, that negative inner voice, really take hold of us. So how does one build self-confidence in an age of, well, social media, comparison being like a daily activity almost, like through scrolling, and also I think that a lot of the time we are benchmarking ourselves against other people's journeys, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense, because there's a like famous quote where it's like, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 6 type thing. So we're all at different points in the journey in our lives, whether that is like through like how we feel about our physical selves, or how we feel about our achievements in life, or how we feel about, you know, our relationships and our life circumstances. We're all at completely different stages in the journey, and we all have totally different destinations. So for me, I would say that it helps. How I've built self-confidence is to rationalize where I'm at and where I'm going, and the fact that it might not it's 9 times out of 10 it's never the same place as somebody else, across, you know, specific aspects of my life. So yeah, I think number 1 on how to build self-confidence is stop comparing yourself to other people. One of the things I did this year, clearly I can't talk or make up at the same time, but one of the things I did this year was delete my Instagram, and it's not something new to me. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toast for my base. So yeah, it's not something that was new to me at all. I have deleted Instagrams before, started again. Like it's not a huge deal. Like if you are good at building a following, or if you are doing it for the love of doing it rather than as your job. Obviously, if Instagram was my full-time job, I would not have done that. But I just did it as a hobby, and as another channel to kind of like promote my YouTube videos. But I just felt like the time I was spending on Instagram was not constructive all the time. I was watching, I like stories because it's video content, so I was watching a lot of stories spending a lot of time scrolling and looking at people's day-to-day and, you know, pictures of them all glammed up, and I was just like, this is not helping me get to where I need to get to. And also subconsciously, I wouldn't say that I was necessarily feeling the effects of comparing myself to, you know, all of the super like highlight reel and like highly edited and like tampered with content, but I just didn't want to let myself get to a stage where I was doing that, because I generally follow fashion pages, like girls who like post like outfit pictures on Instagram, and like probably a lot more of the like luxe content, so like nice dinners, designer handbags, that kind of thing. And interestingly enough, it's not like that stuff that sort of made me think, maybe I shouldn't be spending so much of my time on here. It was more the fact that on stories I was watching people kind of live their lives instead of getting out there and doing the same thing for me. So I was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so I guess coming off Instagram was a huge thing for my self-confidence, because I could look inwards, or it gave me the time and mental space to be able to look inwards and see about, you know, doing some things and spending time with people that made me feel good about myself, instead of watching other people do that. So I guess you could say that the byproduct of that was probably that I wasn't comparing myself or my life to anybody else. I just used myself as a benchmark, and now it's really about being a better or the best version of myself. Still using LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee to highlight. So yeah, that was that. That was just before, I think, the New Year, or maybe just after the New Year. I think just after the New Year. And yeah, my account's completely gone. I still have my home account, but like I haven't accessed it, and I don't plan to for a while, because I don't know, I'm happy, I'm cool, I'm good. Like, I don't miss Instagram. So yeah. So comparison, thief of joy. We all know that. But I think that Instagram has allowed for us to do it so subconsciously that we don't even realise that that's what we're doing on it every time we open the app and every time we scroll, especially as women. Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe that there are people who can happily coexist or exist on that app, or any social media app really. YouTube is not, you know, is not a stranger to this either. But it's where I happen to have a big audience and where I happen to really enjoy posting content. But yeah, not to say that it's not possible to exist on a social media app without comparing yourself to somebody. It absolutely is. But for something that I use so frequently, or was using so frequently, there's no way that it could not get all up into my psyche. So I just didn't want that. I think also the privacy aspect of it makes things really nice. I don't like people knowing exactly what I'm doing every single day and where I'm at and who I'm with. So yeah, I quite like that. So yeah, so that was one thing that I did. The other thing was gratitude. Gratitude I've basically made into a daily habit, or a lifestyle, in that it's included in my sort of daily list of things to do, my daily list of habits. So like, first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I will say something that I'm grateful for, and it could be absolutely anything. And there are a few mornings where I've woken up and I've said, I'm really grateful for my health, or I'm really grateful for, you know, my body and everything that it does to kind of sustain me. It can be like even really shallow things, like I'm really grateful for a slim waist, or a nice bum. But making it a practice to express what the things about yourself that you're grateful for, even if those are physical things to start out with, has really helped my self-confidence. Around that, habits and having a set of daily habits and sticking to them via like a habit tracker has been a game changer for me. Because I feel like my areas of like lower confidence, self-confidence, and esteem came from like what I was doing on a daily basis. Like I didn't feel like I was the kind of person that I knew I could be. And you know, they say that the secret to your success or the secret to a better life is in your daily routine. And I truly stand by that. And I was like, I know this, like I have this information, I know all this, but I'm not doing anything to change or to implement my daily habits to make me into that girl. Yeah, a lot of this is about being that girl. And so I was like, okay, cool. Start of the year, I'm going to set myself a few positive habits that allow me to, on a daily basis, make just do small tasks, small like activities that if I, you know, consistently do over a period of time will make me become the kind of person that I want to be, or that, you know, or that girl, as it were. And so, yeah, things like gratitude are included in that, reading a book, a bit of a book every day, drinking water, you know, working hard, stepping outside every day, like for a walk or just like in the garden. Yeah, little things like that have like really, I guess, not only built my self-confidence, but built my self-respect. Like I actually respect myself more because I have stuck to these habits and I have committed to making small and consistent daily changes, small and consistent changes to my daily routine, which I know are going to make me into ultimately a better person. And so when your respect for yourself increases, as a result of, you know, valuing yourself, valuing your time, your confidence increases. So I would absolutely say that that's been a top priority for me, and it is working. I mean, it comes down to everything from like skincare, hair care. Like I have proper routines, like, and bookend routines. Like I had things that I have to do in the morning and things that I have to do before bed, like simple things like getting into the habit of brushing my teeth before bed, or you know, doing my microneedling for my hair, or doing my skincare routine. All these things have like obviously contributed to like getting into a good routine, but like I've seen my hair grow, I've seen my skin get better, I've seen just my like general maintenance is a whole lot better. So yeah, habits. Reason why I'm saying that is because I actually read this book called The Compound Effect, and it talks all about that and all about the compounding effect of the things that you do on a daily basis and how they're either going to set you up for success or screw you, basically. So I'd highly recommend that. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I'm just using this Rimmel London liquid eyeliner to do my brows, and you guys have probably seen this, me do this over and over again. So yeah, that's it in the way of like daily routine. Other things that I talk about quite frequently on my channel is the law of attraction. Now, I feel like this topic gets a really bad rep in some circles, and I think it's all about. It's a classic case of it's not what you know, it's how you apply that knowledge. And so with the law of attraction, I think everyone gets so caught up in the manifestation element of it and the visualizing and the you know, vision boards and all of that good stuff, which is all a very essential part of the creative process of imagining what your outcome is or what what you're trying to manifest. But I I think there's not enough focus on the action part of it, which is I feel like a key part to really manifesting your vision. So I've got a whole law of attraction playlist on my channel. I'm not going to bore you with with the details of what it is here, but basically, if I've ever wanted something, or if I've ever felt like, oh, you know, I don't feel like confident about this or about that, affirmations is what I've used, and positive affirmations that help me start to feel like the kind of person I want to be. So when I was having, you know, my times where I wasn't feeling as attractive, my affirmations would absolutely be about that. They would be like, you know, I am beautiful, I am unique, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. If you're Christian, I am. I have a beautiful body. I am kind. I am, you know, loyal. All of these things that whatever it is for you, that is a confidence builder. Is absolutely something that you should incorporate into your daily affirmations. And so I've always had like a notes section on my phone where I switch these up every year. I'll be honest, I haven't really been so active on those this year because I feel like the ones I've had in the past I've kind of pretty much ingrained into my psyche. But it works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but that works for me. Affirming who you are and also who you want to be. Disclaimer on affirmations though, I do feel like they have to be a little bit believable. Like, I wouldn't affirm something like, I am a perfect size 8, if I wasn't anywhere close to that, or if I wasn't feeling it. You know, I would adjust that maybe and say, I am on my way to being the perfect size for my frame. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, those are my thoughts on affirmations. It's kind of, it's one of those things that if you believe in like manifestation and, you know, you are an avid believer of the law of attraction, then those could really work for you. But I think even without calling it affirmations and making it into something super huge, it's really just positive self-talk, like talking to yourself nicely. You know, like who's a rapper that says talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all? I think that we should all take that approach with ourselves, and just be kinder to ourselves, because let me tell you, that inner voice, that inner critic, is the loudest voice in your head. You rarely praise yourself, you rarely, you know, big yourself up when you do something good, but when you mess up or when you're not feeling yourself, that voice is hella loud. And so I've been all about silencing that in this last season of my life. Just going in with some Laura Mercier translucent, this is not setting powder, in the colour Honey, I believe. So affirmations, yes. Law of attraction, yes, I do believe you can manifest self-confidence. But honestly, a lot of the time, it's a little bit of faking it until you make it. And a little bit of gassing yourself up and hyping yourself up when you are having a good day, so that your brain remembers that and starts to form the thought patterns of, you know, somebody that this happens frequently, that I frequently look sexy, I frequently am a bad bitch. Okay? You got to trick the brain, because honestly, self-confidence I feel like it's a mind game. The brain will believe what you feed it and what you constantly tell it and what you form patterns around. Which brings me on to my next point, which is meditation. Now, this is not so super closely linked to self-confidence, but let me tell you, peace of mind is my self-confidence. I have been, in fact, my brother Rio, shout out you if you're watching, put me on. He kept telling me, like, you need to try meditation, you need to try meditation, because he knows I can be a bit neurotic, a little bit highly strung, a little bit emotional, sensitive, like all of the Aries traits, basically. So he was like, try meditating. And so he sent me some like this video on YouTube, which is like top 10 meditation apps. So I like watched it, downloaded Calm, paid for the whatever it is, the year subscription, and then just incorporate that into my daily habits. So again, my daily habits, saving the day here. And ever since I started doing that on a on a daily basis, because I do like a 10-minute meditation every day, and 10 minutes is not a long time, and it's so doable. In fact, I think my habit is actually to just do a 5-minute meditation, but all the ones on Calm are like 7 to 10 minutes. It just chills me out, and I don't really have another way to explain it apart from it chills me out. Like, it just makes me realise that nothing is that important, nothing matters that much that it should trigger my brain to start to create negative thought patterns about it. And what I've learned through a combination of meditation and reading this book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is that staying present, which meditation really allows you to do, is the key to less suffering. And suffering, I always feel like a lack of self-confidence is a form of suffering. The girls have been suffering. We have been suffering. And yeah, I found that being in the moment, or allowing myself like 5-10 minutes a day to just monitor my thoughts, because that's key, monitor my thoughts and see because it's really what your brain is creating. It's not, your thoughts are not who you truly are, which is what the book has taught me. It's just the brain doing its thing to help you survive, really, and keep you out of trouble. But it's kind of counterproductive, because it's if you reinforce something with the brain, oh boy, will it make you think that it's a part of your identity. So being present, having a moment to focus on whether it's just my breathing or the sounds around me, really helps me to, weirdly enough, put things into perspective, and quiet my mind. Not quiet my mind, actually, because what you realise is that you can have thoughts while you're meditating, but you just let them pass naturally. But being able to separate myself from my mind and realise that it's not my identity has really helped my confidence. Like, I feel like I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my mind. I am a spiritual being having an earthly experience, or I am, a child of God, and I have been put on this earth for one reason or another. I'm still trying to figure that out. And I have all the tools and everything that I need to live the most beautiful life. And that gives me confidence. That makes me feel incredible. Another thing is my faith, Christianity. I feel like now, while I've not been the most disciplined on my practice, I feel like there are a few things that I decided to cut out this year because they don't serve me. Like certain types of alcohol, don't get me wrong, I am a human, I have slip-ups, but drinking, it just takes me out of my character and almost creates a very extreme version of myself that is not positive. So I feel like doing less of that and tuning into my spirituality and my faith has meant that I'm more focused on attributes like being kinder, being more patient, being more understanding, being more trusting, and having confidence in others to me, that is the confidence that is most important. Like, we place importance on things like physical beauty and possessions and all of those things, but to me, that's not what confidence is about. Being confident and in yourself means being happy with the person that you are and the person that you present, the person that you let out into the world. And if you're impacting the world in a positive way, I think it would do wonders for your confidence. So yeah, there's a lot of Bible verses about confidence. If I find any, I will link them I put them in the description box. But if you guys are, Christian, or follow a faith, then comment down below what your favourite verse is or quote is that really helps you, like, build your confidence. Another thing I would say got me on the path, but not all the way there, was therapy. A lot of the time, confidence is a state of mind, and therapy is absolutely that girl when it comes to helping you really pay attention to your state of mind and positively influence that. So I did a few sessions middle of last year, I want to say, or early last year, and I found that, particularly from like a relationship standpoint, like the relationships in my life, that was super helpful. Sorry, I'm just using a Rimmel Maxi Blush in the shade Wildcard. Super cheap, super cute. That really helped. I don't necessarily think I had the best therapist, and I was also actually signed up to BetterHelp. I had like a subscription, and it gave me what I needed to understand what my brain was doing, which was self-sabotage. Hello, I think you can relate to that. But I almost wish I had a better therapist, because I feel like I would have come on leaps and bounds and I would have kept the subscription, because it's hella expensive. So BetterHelp, this is me manifesting. If you want to sponsor any of my videos, then by all means, please hit me up. Because I would love to, one, continue my subscription, and two, talk more about therapy and the benefits of that. But yeah, therapy was an essential part of the journey. Because therapy to me is like a form of self-care, but self-care for the mind and for your psyche. And that was really helpful for me. I feel like I was at a time where I really needed that, because I was like talking myself out of the things that I'd wished for, which is totally counterproductive. So yeah, and then the final thing I would say is self-care. I have never really been one to really pay too much attention to certain things. Obviously, I love wearing makeup and whatnot, but in terms of my physical appearance, like, I didn't make much of an effort to maintain. So like, I wasn't going to the gym, I didn't have a proper skincare routine, I was not looking after my hair, like, I was just not, taking care of myself, and the things that make me feel, sexy. So I started doing that more self-care, so face masks, daily walks, even though I wasn't going to the gym. What else? Doing my nails. Whatever it is that, was a maintenance activity or helped me feel more confident in my physical appearance, I just started doing, because I realised that once I did it, I felt more proud, or more I don't like the word proud, but I was like really like confident in myself. Like even simple things like, you know, we've all been working from home, and like most days, like I'm not putting on even an ounce of makeup, but like changing that and putting on a little bit of concealer and some mascara has been a total game changer. Like I go to meetings now like ready to interact and like happy to like chat away with people, and I also feel like the response I get when I'm feeling better in myself is matching that. So that's been, self-care has been number one on that list. So I'm just using this Ted Baker eyebrow brush. It's on the eyebrow pencil. This was a Christmas gift from my girl Karen. Yeah, just on my lips. Did I do lashes? Yeah. So yeah, building self-confidence. Again, as I say, it is a completely moving target, and I have days and weeks where I'm like, ugh, I just want to put a paper bag over my head, or I feel really crap about, you know, who I am or whatever, or I don't feel like I'm where I need to be or whatever. And then more recently, I've been having more days, weeks, months where I know exactly who I am, and I love that person, and I love how that person is evolving, and I truly care for that person and love myself, because that, to be honest, is the beginning of all self-confidence. You can't be confident in somebody that you don't truly love or respect. And so for me, the focus has been on respecting myself, and trusting myself to, you know, hold myself accountable when I do wrong, or stick to what I said I was going to do. And I have my moments like where I'm not firing on all cylinders, I promise you. But it's important in those moments not to dwell and beat yourself up about mistakes, and really kind of acknowledge and focus on, okay, what can I do to better this situation? So yeah, self-confidence. I think a lot of people maybe get it slightly wrong, and they think it's all about the physical. But to be honest, when you feel good as a person, and you know, you respect yourself and you value yourself, all of the outer stuff comes as a byproduct, I feel like, anyway. And I think when people see that you feel that way about yourself, they reinforce that, and therefore it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you act confident, people will think you're confident and, you know, respond to you in that way, and, you know, that kind of further enhances feeling good. I'm just using this Ted Baker mascara, and I'm going to put on lashes. I am going nowhere. Today is a working day, but I thought I would get dolled up because I've got a meeting later and I'm presenting a little bit, so why not? I'm also going to the gym later, so it makes sense to at least be ready for the day. I'm sorry, that made it sound like I'm encouraging wearing a full face of makeup at the gym. I'm absolutely not, but it is what it is. Anything to motivate me to go. I also wanted to give you guys a quick update on the books that I'm reading. So once I finish doing my eyes, mascara and lashes, I will show you. But yeah, comment down below, guys, and let me know what are some of the things that you do to get your self-confidence up. Are you team fake it till you make it? Or, and I'm going to put a poll on the community tab on my channel, but it should appear in your feeds. So are you team fake it till you make it, or are you team, I guess, what would be the alternative? Like work yourself, or like start to change your life or live as that person almost. So like team habit or team fake it till you make it. I don't know, that's probably the easiest way I can think of to put it. So yeah, that's lashes done. As far as mascara, let me grab those books while this dries. So books I've been reading so far this year, which have helped, definitely helping. Not all of them related, but you guys said you wanted to see in my last video. Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is by Robert Kiyosaki. What the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. This is more like one of the first books I read as an adult, like not as part of my school work, and my mum actually recommended that to me, and it's kind of changed my whole view on like managing money, and you know what my thoughts on money are, and you know how to essentially work towards like financial freedom, whether that's through property, business, whatever. The Richest Man in Babylon theme here, but this is just about the path to financial freedom and like good like money habits that you should have. And one of these is actually about paying yourself first, and like why savings is so important, because you know you pay, when you get paid you like give out your money to like loads of other people instead of paying yourself first and like valuing yourself for all the hard work that you do. So I really like that aspect of the book. Plus I'm trying to like, you know, manage my debt. Debt is, not all debt is bad, not all debt is good, so yeah. The other book, which is one of my faves, is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I would say like it's probably my favourite book ever, because this is what really got me on the habits again this year, which is making a huge change in my life. So loving that. I also read Atomic Habits by James Clear. This was quite a big, really popular one on YouTube and beyond, so I had to read that, and obviously that then, after reading The Compound Effect, is why I have a daily set of habits, a habit tracker, and why I feel like my life has had a complete turnaround. And then this little book here, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, I will link all these down below as well for you guys, has just been, this is all about presence and being present, and how being present is the key to getting out of your mind and out of any negative and self-sabotaging and unproductive thought patterns that we associate with being ourselves, or who we are, or our personality. And it really has emphasized to me the power of the brain and the mind, and how it can influence all the things that we do, in for good and for bad. So I've not yet finished, well, not yet, I've not yet finished this. I'm on page 180. I think there's like 190 pages, so I've got 10 pages to go, and then my next read I think is going to be The Miracle Morning. I want to say it's by Hal Elrod, but I'm not sure. I'll link it down below, but that I think is next on my reading list. So let's get these lashes on and wrap up this video. Speaking of lashes actually and self-care, I've also been using a lash serum. It's UK Lash on my natural lashes, and I've seen them grow or just look a bit more full. So I'm going to keep using it. I think I only started using it in December, and it did give me a blocked tear duct to start with, but that seems to have gone. So word of warning there. Be careful about how you apply it. But that has also been a game changer, because I like to have like no lashes, but using that, sometimes I feel like I could go out without falsies on and feel still super confident. So yeah, would recommend. I should probably leave a review so I can get 12% off my next purchase. Also, learning how to do my hair. And when I say my hair, I mean learning how to look after my natural hair, but also learning how to maintain my wig. So, in case you were mistaken, this is not my real hair. Although you ladies are very, very perceptive and you know what it is. This is a wig from RPG Show. I purchased this, like, I want to say November time last year. And I've realised that curly hair is my absolute vibe. I always get compliments on how much more this suits me than the straight hair. So yeah, this will be a staple. But what I've learned to do, mostly by way of wanting to save money and not have to go to the salon and pay X amount of money for somebody else to do this, is just to look after the hair, and also what products I can use to make it just look a bit more healthy, real, and yeah, just look good. Laying my wig has really improved my confidence on learning how to lay my wigs. So yeah, I wasn't even like a baby hairs girl, but I've been doing all of that. Yeah, it's gonna definitely help me keep this a bit longer because it was super expensive. I don't want to tell you guys. Word to the wise, probably don't do this before makeup, maybe. Oh, sorry, after makeup. It's smudging all my hard work. But yeah, wig maintenance is a thing, especially these human hair wigs. Like, I was talking about doing my nails and look at them. Like, come on camera, looking absolutely crazy. So yeah, I've been using lots of new products, lots of Moroccan oil in here, lots of hydration products, lots of like Shea Moisture products, and also on my real hair I've been using Olaplex a lot as well, and that has made a huge difference in like how frequently my hair breaks, etc. But I do feel like it dries the hair out a little bit, so I am having to like do like a moisture treatment quite regularly. Also my hair is texturized, so that's probably also why. So yeah. So yeah, this is the final look. I am going to clear the decks and wrap this on up. So that is the end of this video, and yeah, it's been really nice to just kind of sit and have a really chilled session with you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this whole topic in the comments below. Let me know any confidence hacks you guys have. Yeah, really want to sort of chat to you and get that conversation going. I feel like if I was to wrap this video up with any sort of takeaways, it would really be about the fact that self-confidence is very prescriptive, in that it's all in the name. It starts with you validating yourself and assuring yourself and affirming yourself and loving yourself and valuing yourself, and everything else I feel like will build on top of that. So if there's anything that you can take from today's chat, it's that. Also to add, all of my jewellery will be linked in the description box below. But just so you know, these earrings, this necklace are both from Umileli Jewels, and my watch is by the brand Grwm, and it's from Amazon, and it's a super good dupe for a Rolex. So yeah, I will be back with some more videos for you next week. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to upload this, but please do subscribe so that you are in the loop whenever I upload a new video, and hit the bell, turn on your post notifications so that whenever I upload, it's a good time for you. I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.